Okay, I wasn't going to make a video of this until I was done, but here we go. This is my upgraded lathe bed. I had a 7x 10, which is actually a 7x8, as everyone knows. And I got a 14-inch bed upgrade, and I've got it put on and it works. I've been using it, and I'm resetting up my station here, which is on a cart. I put new wheels on my cart. It's just a cheap Harbor Freight cart, but it's been strengthened and modified. And this is I wanted to show this. This is the base I put in there on it. You see here are adjustments. There's a bolt running through the middle, attaching it to here. These have been hollowed out and cut out on the lathe and set to that height, and I can adjust this way. Now, obviously, these legs, they're heavy. They're good enough. They're plenty rigid enough, and they do keep the lathe rigid. I find that if you're hooked to something strong, the wideness of the stance is probably the biggest consideration. People want to bolt to granite and stuff, which is very good, but it doesn't really matter because the cast iron itself flexes, and you can't get these things rigid unless you would actually embed it into concrete basically up to the lead screw, which nobody would do. So you have to work around the flex issue. So it's not that critical to have this thing mounted to a granite slab or something. Now these bolts, adjusting this way, if one's way off, or if one's off, it'll put pressure to twist the bed. So I was pretty careful to measure these and make these two even and these two even. These two don't matter if they're on the same level because it will just slope the lathe. It won't twist the bed. But if one of these mounts is higher than the other, and this is mounted down tight, that will twist the bed. And if I find that my bed has twist in it, I haven't gone that far yet, if it has appreciable twist in it, I'll fix that, adjust that. I may have to make a different adjusting system because although they can be adjusted on the outside here, you have to loosen the inner cap screw first, which obviously is not practical if you're going to level that bed or level the twist in it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how this thing's set up. This is just a cheap $30 Harbor Freight cart. I cut the end off here and put a little piece of angle iron on there to give it the strength back. I got a piece of, I don't know what that is, 5/8 plywood in there. And I got power hooked up down here. And I'm going to hook up a computer power supply that I'm wiring with plugs. So I have a 5-volt and a 12-volt rail. I use 5 volts for a power lead screw or power cross slide, and this thing, I can't remember names anymore. I'm getting dementia. But anyway, that's how that's set up, and it's going to have a power plugs for plugging in 12 and 5 volt devices, of which there's lots of variety. I mean, LEDs, a lot of LEDs you get are wired for 12 volts. You can wire in LED strings or 5 volt stuff, like anything with that runs off a USB runs off 5 volts. I bought this wacky light at Goodwill for I think $3 or something. And as you can see, well, it's got this thing on it, but it runs off USB, which means it's 5 volts, and it's got a split neck with 2 different lights. I'm going to use one under this and one under this to light my shelves, and that will have a 5 volt plug on it that plugs right in. I may even wire up USB plugs. I don't know yet, but so far that's the state of the situation. I just wanted to show that base because of this base post. Thanks for watching.